Imagine that you are running your business or developing a new AI application. However, you suddenly find out that you are breaking the law and you are facing hefty fines. Well, in today's video, we will be talking exactly about what you should know when it comes to the EU AI Act. Since the introduction of this ChatGPT and commercialized AI system and programs, the whole world went into the highest competition ever to grab every single opportunity out there when it comes to AI. And this really can put us at risks. From that, this is where exactly the EU AI Act is coming into the position. It is made in order to put certain rails of guidelines for entrepreneurs to follow these paths on building ethical AI programs and systems. On November 29th, 2020, this is where there was the first ever comprehensive text on AI Act placed and discussed inside the EU Parliament. On April 21st, 2021, the European Parliament finally agreed into proposing the EU AI Act. At that time, there was a lot of different concerns because this is where the whole ChatGPT has been introduced and used all over Europe. And even on March 31st in 2023 in Italy, ChatGPT temporarily was banned. And from that, on the 13th of March 2024, EU Parliament approves the AI Act. Today, the AI Act is being currently still finalized, as still there's a lot of different topics to discuss when it comes to AI. And they are believing that by 2026, the act will be fully applicable and utilized as a law inside Europe. So let's understand exactly on what is the EU AI Act. Most of the guidelines have been presented when it comes to the risk levels, which are minimal risk, limited risk, high risk, and unacceptable risk. So pretty much what are those levels of risk? Well, we can look at exactly on each one. Looking into the first one, which is the minimal risk, those are the AI programs that pretty much causes no harm for humans. And such examples are pretty much in games. Photoshop filters, where they're pretty much regulating the light. Spam filters is used to identify and block certain unwanted emails. Now, going on a second layer, which is limited risk. And those are the AI programs that are still reasonable to use, however, they might cause certain risk. They have lighter compliance obligations, mainly focused on transparency. And such examples can be pretty much chatbots like ChatGPT, deepfakes such as AI-generated images or videos. And it is important that in this layer, the person is aware that they are talking to an AI. Now, when it comes to high risk, those are the AI programs that can really impact the life of a human being. Those are pretty much AI systems that need to follow certain strict rules, as well as specialized testing and oversee of humans when it comes to those machines. And such examples we can find is AI used within the medicine, or AI used within the self-driving vehicles such as Tesla, and as well the biometric identification such as the face recognition or the Touch ID. And the last level of risks, it is unacceptable risk, meaning that it will be banned. And those are pretty much the systems that can cause harm towards humans. So as an example, those can be pretty much AI programs that can manipulate certain humans' behavior, or also they can be used as a real facial recognition to mass surveillance, or AI systems that pretty much will be used to social scoring, which pretty much limits the human's freedom. After understanding what are pretty much the levels of risk when it comes to the EU AI Act, let's see exactly how will that impact the companies. So the first thing that we can see is pretty much going to be an increased costs and development time. Because since the EU AI Act came in on board, then people have to start adjusting towards the regulations. And this can actually increase the development time, since the companies have to find the right people in order to see in what ways they can align themselves together with the whole EU regulations. and that pretty much will cost them more time and more money. As what the sources says, at a minimum, firms should start by assessing which of their current and planned AI systems are likely to fall into the AI definition of the Act, and of those which are high risk or prohibited. So another impact that can actually happen due to this act and laws is pretty much a level playing field when it comes to companies. Based on these AI acts, this pretty much allows a lot of different companies to put themselves out there and grab the opportunity of AI, building specific AI systems in which they can implement in certain different industries. And pretty much it doesn't really matter if you have a lot of money or you're just starting with certain knowledge. And as well, we can generally start even utilizing AI in order to help us build certain AI systems that we can sell it to the market. As long as we are still staying within those guidelines, we are able to make money out of it. And from the sources, what is mentioned is by setting clear and harmonized rules for the use of AI in the EU, the AI Act will create a level playing field and a single market for AI, facilitating cross-border trade of innovation. The EU AI Act, it is made in order to help actually the users to be more aware of what is happening. And this is where most of the companies that are providing the AI services towards certain users has to be transparent when it comes to the data transaction or what kind of data they're utilizing, as well as when it comes to the AI companies to respect the copyright rules, meaning sharing the sources of information that the AI model was trained on. This AI Act is only implemented when it comes to dealing or creating certain AI programs inside Europe. However, this has an impact when it comes to the worldwide, since EU Act, it is the first ever act on AI, and from that, most of companies who wants to sell their AI programs around the world will have to still look at what are the EU guidelines. So what exactly people think about this AI Act in Europe? Well, there are a lot of positives and negatives. Certain people are happy about it because they know the dangers of AI, and a lot of different other people are still saying that this can regulate and pretty much limit the innovation of AI. And I'm wondering, what exactly do you think is this laws that are being implemented when it comes to AI programs, is it good or bad? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you learned something about the European laws. And I hope this might help you when it comes to developing certain systems inside Europe. Thank you so much again, and based on that, I will see you next time.